So guys, this is my exact daily diet at 38 years old as a retired bodybuilder. If you're new here, I'm Neil John Thomas. I'm a retired 38-year-old bodybuilder and I help men over 30 get in the best shape possible with as minimal effort as possible. So my exact diet has changed greatly over the years, as I've talked about in many other videos. If you look at my Instagram or my old Instagram, when I was a bodybuilder, I did the typical chicken and rice bullshit diet that all the bodybuilders do. And I suffered and I did endless cardio and was miserable. I did a whole entire year without condiments. It was horrible. And now being older, I haven't done cardio in 3 years. I just walk and count my steps. I get 10 to 12,000 steps every day. And I eat all my favorite foods every single meal. There is no meal that I'm like doing chicken and rice or adding vegetables or like pulling out carbs. Every single meal I thoroughly enjoy. Every single meal is looked at as almost like a cheat meal or a fast food meal that you would get at a restaurant. But what I teach is macrolation, aka macro manipulation. It's a phrase I made up, so that you can learn to lower the fats, raise the proteins in all your favorite meals so that you can eat them every single day. I have clients that are 70 years old eating their favorite meals 4 times a day, and they're all 10, 12, 8% body fat. So you can do it too. So I'm going to explain what meals like I've gone through just for today, and I'm going to explain why they work. So for today, again, like each slot, so like breakfast, lunch, midday, dinner, or dessert, I usually eat 4 meals a day. I'm going to explain exactly why I do it, and I'm going to show you like the different variations of how they work. So for breakfast, I probably alternate between roughly 5 to 10 breakfasts. My main 2 though are chocolate chip banana pancakes with syrup, and then French toast or French toast sticks, powdered sugar, maple syrup, the whole 9 yards. And then like savory wise, sometimes I do just like a basic seasoned potatoes with my eggs, turkey bacon or turkey sausage. Then I do a bagel sandwich that is a bagel with hot sauce, some light mayo, eggs, turkey sausage, turkey bacon, same scenario. And all of these breakfasts, like all of the breakfasts I have, are all between 450 and 650 calories. So I never have to think, I never have to use a scale, I'm never calculating calories. Like I literally don't even think about it. And I just know that I'm getting roughly 40 to 50 grams of protein with all my meals. It's between 450 and 650 calories every single day. So it makes it super easy. I don't have to stress about things, and that's how life should be. So today, for example, I've been doing my bagel, and I do 2 servings of cream cheese. Again, I don't weigh the cream cheese, I just eyeball. It's probably around 2 servings. And then I do full regular jelly on the bagel. It's a cinnamon raisin bagel. And then I do 2 eggs with half a cup of egg whites, like scrambled. And then I do 4 pieces of turkey sausage or chicken sausage. Sometimes I do the sausage patties as well. And so for breakfast today, again, I don't know the exact calories, but it's roughly about 550 calories, 45, 50 grams of protein. So the reason this works, so I'm going to explain this because people go crazy about the bagels. So a typical bagel, like Thomas in America is like the main bagel company. And even like going out to, I think it's like what, Einstein Bagels, or I forget the other bagel company that everyone likes. But a typical bagel is 300 calories, roughly 30 to 50 grams of carbohydrates. And I found this company called Sola, S-O-L-A. I found them at Walmart. They're more expensive for sure, but it has been a game changer for my breakfasts because a bagel is 120 calories, which is like insane. The macros are insane. 120 calories, but get this, 15 grams of protein. That is mind-blowing. But what's even more mind-blowing is, like, you would think, because if you've ever tried like gluten-free diets or you've done like keto bread, all those breads suck. The texture, like when you pull gluten out of bread, it's just like the texture isn't good. This is full regular bread. It's a full normal bagel, but it's like super high in protein and it's only 120 calories and tastes amazing. It is the only bagel I've ever found that's like literally less than half the calories of a normal bagel. So you could eat 2 bagels, more than 2 bagels. You could eat 2 bagels with the condiment, with cream cheese, for the cost of 1 regular bagel without cream cheese. So this is why macrolation works. Again, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, what I teach with macrolation is lower the fats, raise the proteins. What is this bagel doing? It's lowering the calories drastically. There's barely any fat in the bagel, and they raise the protein. This is a good macro manipulated bagel. 120 calories, that is insane. And then I add the fat-free cream cheese, which is 30 calories. So again, we're getting a ton more protein, 2 servings of that. So it's only 60 calories for like thick cream cheese. I'm not like just like babying it on there, like thick cream cheese. And then the regular jelly. If I'm gonna go to like 6% body fat, or if I'm in like a cut and I really need to conserve more calories, then occasionally I'll do the sugar-free jelly. Again, that's macro manipulation. If you're trying to get like super shredded, you just alter the ingredients. You don't change the whole meal to go to chicken and rice or sweet potatoes and vegetables. You still eat your same meals, but you just alter it slightly. Or if I was trying to get to like 5% body fat, I would take out the cream cheese completely and just do the sugar-free jelly. Now we probably got that breakfast down to maybe 385 calories for the whole breakfast. So that's how macro manipulation works with all your meals. You just tweak it, lower the fats, raise the proteins so that you can eat your favorite meals. And then with the eggs, just typical regular two eggs, 2 pasture-raised eggs. And the turkey bacon or the chicken sausage, again, low in fat, high in protein. Amazing breakfast. And there's so many different ways to do that. So again, if you put that all in a sandwich, you can have this awesome bagel sandwich for less than 500 calories, and it's going to be super filling, and it's going to be 50 grams of protein, almost 50 grams of protein. So that's how macro manipulation would work for a breakfast, and that's how you make it happen. If we didn't do macro manipulation, let's say we went out to a restaurant to have that meal, what would the restaurant do? Well, the fats would be super high and the protein would be low. Guaranteed, there wouldn't be egg whites in the eggs. It would probably be 4 whole eggs if you were getting a scramble, maybe 3 eggs. So that's raising the fat, that's doubling the fat of the egg content. And then you'd have regular pork sausage, that's raising the fat. That's probably double, triple the calories. So instead of 100 calories for chicken sausage or turkey sausage, you're looking at 300 calories. And then the bagel, like I said, just the bagel is 300, 280. Dave's Killer bagels, some of those are like 350 calories, like crazy. And that's without any condiments. And then you put regular fat, like full fat cream cheese on there with regular jam or jelly. Just the bagel alone, if you went out to a restaurant or Tim Hortons or Starbucks or whatever, 300 calorie bagel, 110 calories per serving of cream cheese, and you're doing 2 servings, so it's 200, so you're at 520 plus a jelly, 40 calories per serving of jelly, which is 2 servings, so 80 calories. So you're at 600 plus calories just for the bagel, guys. Just for the bagel. I'm eating an entire meal for 500 with 50 grams of protein. So I'm maintaining my muscle and putting on muscle, and I'm gonna feel full. You're not going to feel full off a 600 calorie bagel that's literally no protein. So that's how macro manipulation works. This is the same philosophy you'll use for all your meals moving forward. Then for lunch after the gym, I had a turkey burger, 93.7 turkey, and I did an ultra thin slice of cheese. Usually do a brioche bun, but I ran out of buns, so I just did bread. And the bread was 70 calories, so 140 calories for 2 slices. So the whole turkey burger ended up being like 460, 480 calories, roughly 45 grams of protein. If you were to do that same burger, again, going out to a restaurant, that brioche bun is going to be drenched in freaking butter when they put it on the pan and crisp it up. They're going to have the cheese slices, which are literally 3 to 4 times the normal thickness of a cheese slice you get at the store. So I do the ultra thin, so I get away with 40 calories versus a cheese slice at a restaurant is going to be 150 to 200 calories. So we lowered the calories tremendously there. Then the beef is usually going to be 70-30. Some places might be 80-20, but We went 93.7 turkey, so that lowers the fat even more. So that's how we make that burger, super low calories, again, super high protein, so you feel satiated. I didn't need to eat anything else with this. I didn't need to have French fries or a milkshake or anything like that. I was literally full because I ate like almost 50 grams of protein. Fast forward for my snack, I have like 50 different snacks, but today specifically, I wanted something more salty. So I just did these pretzel thins with a bowl of Greek yogurt and salsa, and it was super good. I had like half a bag. I literally ate half a bag of pretzels. I eat 300 to 400 grams of carbs every day, guys. And on like my refeed days, I do 500 grams of carbs. Carbs are not the enemy. You could literally eat carbs every single day with every single meal, and you can lose weight. So I had all these pretzels, like 3 servings of pretzels, which ended up being like 330 calories, 2.5 servings roughly of Greek yogurt at 16 grams of protein per serving. That's 32 grams of protein plus the 9 grams of protein in the pretzel. So at 43 grams of protein. The salsa the salsa doesn't have any, and that was only like 30 calories. So again, under 500 calories, over 40 grams of protein. This is how easy it is. Like, I literally don't even have to think about this. I'm just explaining it to you guys right now on the fly. Like, I did not think about any of this. I'm like literally doing this raw off the top of my head. So again, all the meals are linked in my bio. I have a complete free book. If you want to go try them out for yourself, I've got over 150 people that have downloaded the book. It's completely free. Try these recipes out. They're all 450 to 650 calories. You can get in the best shape of your life eating your favorite foods. If you want to take it a step further, I have a full 12-week coaching program, 52 video lessons, the whole shebang, cardio, walking, every single thing, and it's like $1,000 off right now, something crazy. So you can check that out as well. But moving forward from the snack, now we're going into my dinner meal, number 3. I haven't had it yet, but they're getting ready to be made. I'm doing meatball subs. And if you heard what I just said, I said subs, plural, 2, not 1, 2. So I have in a crock pot, this recipe will be on my Instagram page and in the recipe book next week. Crock pot, turkey meatballs, again, 93.7, regular marinara sauce, and we're gonna be putting them on regular hot dog buns, but we're gonna be stuffing that meat in there. So we're gonna get 2 loaded subs with mozzarella cheese. It's going to be around 500 to 650 calories maximum. Again, 50 grams of protein. Do you see what's going on here? Again, if we were to take this same thing, if you were to go to a sub shop and get the regular bread with the regular mozzarella, you know the amount of cheese they put on that. And the regular meat, which is going to be 70-30, that meatball sub for one, yes, it's going to be a big meatball sub because there's a ton of bread. You're going to be looking at between 1,200 and 1,600 calories and not 50 grams of protein. Most likely 30, maybe 40, depending on if you get a good quality meat. So again, same thing, same principle for all of these meals, all around 500-ish calories, all around 40 to 50 grams of protein. And now moving to dessert for tonight, I usually do a Greek yogurt protein bowl, or I make a halo top version of ice cream using a Ninja Creamy, or if I'm like extra hungry, I'll do an ice cream, but I'll make it in a blender so I get a ton of volume. So on days where I get like 15, 20,000 steps and I had a hard workout and I live in Florida, so maybe walking out in the sun, I'm like extra, like I've burned a lot more calories. Instead of doing my normal pint of ice cream, which is usually about 300 calories, 350 calories with 35 grams of protein, I'll do the ice cream made in a blender with like frozen berries and whatnot, and I'll get like 3 to 5 times the amount. So it would pretty much be equal to like if you went and bought Halo Tops at the store, which is like my favorite like bought store ice cream, like low calorie version. You would probably get about 4 pints worth of ice cream if you were to make this blender version that I make. So it's a massive amount. And so sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do the Ninja Creamy pints, or I do the protein Greek yogurt bowl, but they're all roughly around the same calories, 300 to 500 calories and 40 to 50 grams of protein. So if we look at this throughout the whole day, and again, with the regular ice cream, if you were to make my version of Ninja Creamies a Ben & Jerry's, like the Ben & Jerry's Tonight Dough, or what's the other one that I like? Fish food. Those are 1,200, 1,300 calories for 1 pint. I can make that same version with the same cookies and the globs of caramel, like everything, not like some low grade bullshit that like kind of tastes okay, like literally tastes amazing, for 450 calories for a Ben & Jerry's version. Now, if I do a Halo Top version, I can make that even lower calorie. I can get that down to like 250 calories with 30 grams of protein. And the Halo Top versions only have 16 to 19 grams of protein. So again, we're lowering the fat, raising the protein of every single meal you love. So by the end of the day, for me, again, these are all 500, 600-ish calories. My goal, again, I don't count calories, I don't use a scale. I eat roughly 24 to 2,800 calories every single day, and I get, I don't know, 160 to 180, 200 grams of protein every single day without even thinking about it, without having to do cardio, without having to use a scale, without having to weigh things, without having to stress, without having to worry. And that's what I teach all of my clients. And you can do the same thing. Apply macro manipulation to all your favorite foods, remake them, and you can literally get to 10% body fat with as minimal effort as possible. It is so much easier than it seems to be in this world. Like everyone is like, no, you have to suffer more. You have to live on the Stairmaster. You have to do fasted cardio in the morning. You have to drink 6 cups of coffee to get your metabolism high enough to burn that crazy amount of calories. Like, no, you don't need to suffer more, especially as you get older. The more suffering you put on your body as you get older, you're going to raise your cortisol. It's going to be chronically elevated. It's going to be much harder to burn that stubborn belly fat. You want as minimal stress as possible in your life as you get older. I have literally no stress because I don't think about food. I don't think about training. I don't think about anything fitness related. Like I literally just wake up and I eat what I want to eat. Some days I wake up and I'm like, what do I want to have? French toast sticks, pancakes, bagel sandwich. Like there's no second guessing. There's no like thing in my brain that says like, oh, well, we shouldn't do French toast because it's a little bit more calories and, we're trying to lose weight. No, that like literally doesn't exist in my brain. Like I literally just eat what I want every single day, and my clients do the same thing because there's no stress. The person that has no stress in their life with food and fitness is going to maintain their results for the rest of their life longer than anyone that does some kind of crazy restrictive diet, carnivore, keto, any of that bullshit, because all of those are based around restriction. You cannot do those diets for the rest of your life. Are you going to do keto for the next 50 years? And are you going to be on the Stairmaster for the next 50 years? No, you're not. Maybe you could. You're going to suffer and your life's going to suck ass. Like, just saying, like, kudos to you if you want to do that. But my point is, you can literally live the best life. You can go on vacation, drink alcohol, go to all the fancy restaurants when you learn how to use macro manipulation. It's so much easier than it's been made out to seem. But I hope you guys liked that video. This was like a rant. I'm getting ready to go eat my meatball subs. So I hope you guys like and enjoy this video, and please subscribe. Let's get this out to as many men as possible that need to see the truth about what the fitness industry lies about. You can get to 10% body fat. You can live the best life possible, enjoy all your favorite things while still looking good and feeling good. That is the most important thing. Comment below, let me know if you've ever tried any of my recipes, which one's your favorite, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Take care, enjoy the day. I believe in every single one of you.